Okay, guys, today it is Doomsday, Liberation Day. It is Tariff Day, April 2nd. Honestly, we got a lot of stuff going on today. We don't just have tariffs, but we've got tariffs. We've got Tesla delivery numbers. We have so much more, honestly, coming out today. We got Tesla delivery numbers. We have tariffs. We have non-farm employment numbers. We've got a bunch of other stuff too, to be honest. So it's honestly a pretty busy day today. We got a whole gang of reports going live today sometime. And yeah. Tesla delivery numbers are supposed to drop around 9 a.m. usually. They have weak demand. 9 a.m. Tesla delivery numbers. We're going to cover that live as we always do. Nvidia at 108. Q is opening up red this morning. Here's the nasdaq. It's down to 469.20s. We can look at the NQ futures contract. See it's down to 19.45s. We can see Nvidia's down to 108. A lot of stuff is red overall on the day. Although we did have a green day yesterday leading into today. But it is now the big day. Yeah, it's time. Alright guys, look at Nvidia cracking these lows of the day right now. So Nvidia just broke lows. I'll put like a 5-minute chart up, but look at this. So Nvidia just cracked lows of the day just now. It broke down a little bit underneath it. That level's right here. We'll keep documenting it so we can watch it. But yeah, Nvidia's breaking down right now this morning. It doesn't mean anything yet though. It doesn't mean anything yet. Hold on, I gotta mess with my green screen real quick. Hold on. I'm still here. Hold on. Okay. Sorry, I'm all blurry now that I messed with it. Alright. There we go. Alright. So yeah, we're here. But yeah, look at the NASDAQ. Break it down right now. Look at this. Falling down. You know, I think there's a couple big levels we can watch on the NASDAQ today. This is the major one. So here's the trend over the last like 10 days of market activity. All right, so we had this brutal correction, 15% drop in the NASDAQ. Now, we did rebound some over the past 5 days, 3 days or so. But this morning we are red, and we are heading into, I think the president is going to do the tariff announcement at, I believe, 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern is when I'm pretty sure the tariff announcement is going to be. Let's do a poll. Are you bullish or bearish for today, April 2nd? Is going to be the poll. That's the first poll I want to do is, are you bullish or bearish? I want to see what people are really thinking around today. Yeah, let me see. All right, so let's talk about a couple things. So yeah, the president is set to announce a big plan today to place tariffs on trillions of dollars worth of goods imported into the U.S. While it's still unclear how much these tariffs will be and how many countries and products are going to be ultimately affected by this, the president did say that the move, he did say that it was called Liberation Day. Hopefully that's a good thing. And he claimed that his big use of tariffs will kind of help the U.S. economy by increasing domestic manufacturing and generating trillions in revenue for the federal government. Economists, investors, business execs, though, on the other end of this are warning that the tariff ambition risks raising U.S. prices and inflation, slowing economic growth and ultimately potentially sending the U.S. into a recession is what a lot of people are worried about, including myself here. Stocks have been falling in the run-up to this announcement. Major market indices are having their worst start to the year since 2022. Here's what you need to know about how these tariffs work, who pays for them in the short term, and how they're used in the first place. And so remember, like, tariffs are fees U.S.-based companies pay the federal government when they import specific products into the United States. The money is collected by the government. It is considered a tax. If a big box retailer, as an example, is importing shoes from China, it must pay a tariff to customs and border protection officials at a port of entry before it can bring the shoes into the U.S. to sell at its American stores. The same process applies to manufacturers bringing in parts or raw materials to make finished products at a U.S. plant, or food distributor importing, different things to sell to U.S. stores or whatever. The tariff is calculated as a percentage of the declared value of the good before it enters the United States, not its retail value. So this is kind of wholesale value, but the money collected from tariffs goes to the Treasury Department, similar to tax revenue. So the president and his officials have given a lot of reasons and messages for their justification to push tariffs on all this stuff. When he originally took office, he said he was using the tariffs on Canada, Mexico, and China to punish them for not doing more to stop the flow of drugs into the U.S. He also used tariffs as a negotiation tool to get concessions out of countries like Colombia if it didn't accept deportation flights of its citizens. Trump has said the most recent tariffs are a form of retaliation against countries that put their own tariffs on U.S. goods. He has said the so-called retaliatory tariffs will give companies incentives to move manufacturing to the U.S. by hurting the companies that produce their products overseas. He also said the tariffs are a way to raise revenue for the federal government and suggested they could replace income taxes. He said, quote, "I think it's going to be something that's going to bring a lot of wealth back into our country." This is a quote by the president on Monday. They could also raise prices, though. That's the thing you got to understand. Like, these obviously could raise prices. We are seeing some slight inflation rises. They could raise the cost of business. Firms that manufacture in the U.S. can be affected as well, since many rely on foreign parts and materials as intermediate goods. Yeah. So that is the breakdown of kind of what's going on. After 4 p.m. at the White House is when he said he's going to announce it. So at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today is when he's going to announce it. So 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. I'll try to stream this. I will try to stream this. So don't worry. We're going to try to stream it. Yeah, looking at our poll, 60% are bearish out of a couple hundred votes. 40% are bullish here. Interesting. And yeah, it's a big day, man. Also, guys, we got non-farm employment numbers in 45 minutes. So we got non-farm employment numbers in 45 minutes. That's a big day. Non-farm prelim NFP data. So we got prelim NFP data at 8:15. Yeah, so we got prelim NFP data. So that data drops today. It's called the non-farm employment change. We got Tesla delivery numbers around 9 a.m. At 4 p.m., we got tariffs announced by the White House. So that's kind of what's going down today. Yeah, Friday we have non-farm payrolls and unemployment reports. Yeah, Friday we got non-farm payroll and unemployment reports. So we'll see what that looks like, honestly. That's a big report too. Like payroll report is going to influence a lot of stuff, man. A lot of stuff. Yeah, it's now April 2nd, man. Yeah, so I saw Newsmax's IPO yesterday. This thing went absolutely crazy. So here's Newsmax. Went all the way to 287s at the end of the day. Kind of a crazy IPO. I don't really mess with IPOs. I'm not one to get FOMO. Like, I think as you mature as a trader, you realize that, like, you don't have to capitalize on every big move in the market, right? Like, I think when I was new, I would get upset if I missed out on moves. Like, I would have this weird FOMO kick in. I've been trading long enough now to where, man, none of this freaking matters, bro. Like, I'm a little bummed out I missed it, but I'm not going to beat myself up for missing it. I just don't play IPOs like this. It's just too risky. There's too big of a chance that you're going to buy it and it just turns down. The swings are too big, too. Like, even this swing, right? Like, look, it got all the way up to, like, 200, came all the way down to 120, and then that's like a 40-something% drop. Within 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like 15 minutes. That's a 40% drop in 15 minutes. That's just a crazy amount of risk if you're trying to short-term trade it. If you're trying to long-term trade it, the risk is even more, especially if you buy it at $100, $200, $300 a share. So yeah, it's just not something I'm messing with. It's just too volatile. We'll see what happens, though, to it long term. And again, here's NVIDIA. Today, we also have Tesla delivery numbers. One of the reasons I'm kind of bearish here. Whoa, let me find my trust. There it is. One of the reasons I'm kind of bearish is I'm worried about Tesla deliveries. I'm worried about Tesla deliveries. Because Tesla delivery numbers, Tesla's in a landscape of which it has had big volatility, crazy volatility for Tesla. That thing has moved. You know, the volatility on Tesla has been crazy. It's down 50% in the last couple months. Now they're reporting quarterly delivery numbers. It's the first metric Tesla's reported really since earnings. And so we'll see what happens now today with Tesla deliveries coming out at 9 a.m. We're going to stream this live, of course, as we always do. But yeah, it's Tesla's quarterly delivery numbers. Yeah, again, that's what I'm watching for, Pawn. I'm a little bearish, to be honest. I don't know what we're going to get, but I'm worried about Tesla here. And again, maybe Tesla just kills it and does good. We'll see. You know, you never really know. So the ECB Schnapple says that the U.S. is so important that what happens in the U.S. can have an impact on its decisions. So Louis, it's not really I wouldn't say it's a dumb question. I think, I'm not sure how China plays into it. So whoever imports overseas products into the U.S. has to pay a tariff, right? So like if I open up a business called John's Shoe Company, right? And say I'm buying shoes from China. right? And then I try to import those shoes into the United States to sell. Whatever I state the value as, if I say those shoes are worth, or maybe it's not me, but if they think those shoes are worth $5,000, I agree they're worth $5,000. I got to pay a tariff on $5,000 worth of goods, whatever the percentage is. If it's say I import $100 worth of shoes, just to make it simple, and I have to pay a 10% tariff on shoes, then I got to pay them $10, because I'm importing shoes from another country that we put tariffs on. You know what I mean? So like that's what it is. I got to pay that. The Treasury Department gets it. I got to pay it to the border. But yeah, I basically have to pay the U.S. government a percentage of the value of that product that I'm importing from overseas. That's what a tariff is. Yeah, so the tariffs are going to be announced after 4 p.m. Again, we got non-farm employment data coming out in 45 minutes. Non-farm employment data coming out in 45 minutes. Yeah, so again, it's whatever business is importing it. If I have a business, I'm importing it, I got to pay the tariff. If it's a Chinese business and they're importing things in the United States, they have to pay a tariff, right? But it's whichever country or whatever business is importing it, that's who has to pay the tariff. Just to make it make sense. And the whole reason for this is to try to push and build U.S. manufacturing. Again, I'm not even saying I agree or disagree with that. I mean, long term, obviously, it may be good. Short term, we'll see what the reactions are. All right, so we got prelim NFP data 8:15. Tesla deliveries 9 a.m. Tariff announcement 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, so here's basically the lineup today. We got prelim NFP data 8:15, Tesla deliveries at 9 a.m., and then we got tariff announcement at 4 p.m. Eastern. So we're gonna be busy today, guys. Busy today. And honestly, the market's down. Nvidia's down. Tesla's down. The nasdaq is down. We had a green day yesterday for a lot of stuff, though, so we did have some green movement here. But a lot of stuff's down right now. Down. Down. A lot of stuff's red this morning. I don't know. I don't know how much it's going to affect everything. I really don't. Non-farm employment data is hit or miss sometimes. We'll see. Yeah. All right, guys. You guys ready? Let's see what we get. What do you guys think is going to have the biggest impact on everything? Yeah, let me know what you guys think is going to... Now we will charge them the same amount. Yeah, so retaliatory tariffs are like, we're basically matching what other countries are doing to us. If other countries are putting a 20% tariff on American products, meaning like if another country does the same thing, which is says, hey, we're going to charge importers of U.S. goods 20% a reciprocal tariff is going to mean, and say that's Canada doing so. Canada is saying, hey, we're going to charge U.S. imports 20%. A reciprocal tariff is a tariff where we say, okay, well, you're charging U.S. products 20%. We're going to put a 20% tariff on Canadian products. You know, reciprocating that percentage that you're putting on U.S. goods importing into your country. We're going to put the same percentage on your goods that people are importing into our country, right? And that's why this is like a trade war, like a, you know, reciprocal is kind of like a balance where it's like, okay, you do it to us, we're doing it to you. And yeah. Yeah. I don't see it staying down for long, so why? No, keep buying it. If it goes down to $80, $90, even better. You talking about Tesla? Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we also could get choppiness today. Honestly, we really could. Yeah. Again, we'll see what we get, man. Look at the NASDAQ breaking down. It's at 19,448. We got NVIDIA breaking down. It's at 108.30s. We got Tesla at 261s. Yeah, I watched this movie Everest, about Mount Everest, with my wife the other day. I kind of want to go climb Mount Everest. And I know that's a crazy thought to have after watching that movie, because like it's kind of a like sad movie. But it kind of looks interesting. Like I kind of almost want to do it. Carol's like, nah, bro, you're not doing it. But it kind of looks like fun. Should I go try to climb Mount Everest? Yeah, so again, I'm looking at NVIDIA. NVIDIA's sitting right at the lows of the day. It's at 108.50s. 108.50s. I've been to a rock climbing wall. I can honestly climb really well on a rock climbing wall. So can Jack. My son can do it really well too. Now, don't worry. I'm never actually gonna go climb Everest. My wife and I talked about it. Like, you kind of get the itch after watching a movie like that, but I'm never actually gonna do it. I'm not gonna turn into a milestone of that mountain, you know, because they've got different climbers that are like milestones to that mountain now. They never leave. If you know what I mean, and so I'm just not going to do that. Do base camp? Base camp sounds cool, right? I could do base camp. You know? Yeah, trust me. I don't think that we're gonna, like, just because I can climb a mountain wall does not make me think I can climb Everest. I obviously recognize my lack of skill. All right, guys, look at the NASDAQ coming down here still. Like, let me put this up. Good movie, though. Honestly, I'm sad. I'm not gonna spoil the movie, but it's sad. You know, it's sad. All right, guys, NASDAQ's testing lows of the day here. Honestly, we've been breaking down all morning. Obviously, we're red. I'm definitely not going to long right now. We're very clearly red. Definitely not longing at this point in time. Uh, 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern time. Originally, yesterday, they said the tariff announcement was going to come at 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern. Now it's gone back an hour. Now the White House is saying it's going to be 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central. So... Alright, guys. Yeah, market close, basically. Honestly, Nvidia's finding some strength, though. So Nvidia actually went up a little bit over the last few days. Again, the level I'm worried about, I'll talk about this again. For Nvidia, I am worried about this level right here. This level right here is the sketchy level for Nvidia. If we break down underneath this level, 102.15, basically $102 a share for Nvidia, that will be the 7-month low for Nvidia. And we only have this little range between it, right? So the levels here, we only have this range between it. Like, it's not that far from 7-month lows. And if we crack that, a lot of bearish pressure could show up, a lot of bearish pressure. So y'all just want to be careful, because who freaking knows what we're going to get. But here's the NASDAQ breaking lows again, or trying to at least. Let's see if we actually do it here. Look at it. Here's the low. The low is like right here. So it's trying to break. There it goes. NASDAQ just broke lows of the day again. Still falling. Still looking weak. Yeah, we got prelim NFP data coming out at 8:15 as well. Yeah, guys, y'all be ready, man. It's time. Yeah, looking at our poll, it's still 60%. A majority of people are still pretty bearish, right? And I can't really blame them. I'm not really interested in going long. I think maybe there's a cheap argument for an entry here. If you're like a cheap entry that you might not, you know, it might not be a 70, 80% accuracy bet, but maybe you got some good risk reward on the upside here. I'm just not doing it personally. I just don't like it enough. And I really think I gotta just chill and sit tight and wait. I think we're getting some rumors through the day, curing some uncertainty, red candles. Yeah, just because everybody's bearish doesn't mean... Yeah. Reading chat here. Tariffs get postponed and we make a tiny retracement. Maybe. What's up, Stefan? I will long if I see another low. Yeah, again, like I said, there could be a cheap entry on the long side. I can't go long right now. It's too risky. We already got 700 people here. It's like 7:45 in the morning. I figured today's going to be one of the bigger days that we're streaming and covering stuff. But yeah. We'll see what we get. It's an interesting time, man. There's a volcano erupting in Hawaii as well. Yeah, I watched the Everest movie, and now, like, everybody's showing me videos like, hey, do you want to watch this? Do you want to buy this climbing gear? And it's like, no, bro, I don't want to buy climbing gear, you know? I'm not going to plug it right now. It's too early in the stream. I don't really plug anything for the first few hours of the stream. If you want to check it out, it's in the description, though. But I'm biased. They're an affiliate, not an investment professional. I'm not liable if you lose. Understand CFTC 4.41. Hypothetical or simulated performance have limitations. Don't copy me. Links are affiliate links, you know, all that good stuff. Yeah. Iceland is actually a beautiful country. You know, the irony of Iceland being like green and beautiful, and then Greenland being icy and cold, you know, I've always thought that was funny. But I've always wanted to go to Iceland. Iceland's a beautiful country. Oh, wait, this is that song, bro. Y'all gotta tell me if this song comes on, dude. I don't know why they hit me with this thing, dude. I can't stand it. Hey, what's up, Beach Bum? I'm not really plugging it. I'm just, like, if... I'm not going to go through everything about it. I'm more so, like, if I talk about an affiliate link, I do a disclaimer, right? It's like every time. And so I didn't really plug it. Trust me, if I was going to plug it, it would be the top 3 greatest plug ever in the world. I chose not to because I'm going to let the anticipation build for a plug. You know, that's all I'm saying. Top 3, all I'm saying, traders in the world is all I'm saying. All right, guys, market's bouncing back up a little bit. It's at 19.45s. 19.45s. Look at this rebound. Again, I thought we could get a cheap entry, but again, I'm still not longing. Regardless, I'm just going to wait. Yeah, I'm just going to wait. Again, we got Tesla delivery numbers at 9 a.m. We got tariffs at 8:15 in about 15 or about 25 minutes. We got Tesla delivery numbers. All right, guys. Yeah, look at the market bounce back. It's at 19.45, so it's still down on the day. We're still red, obviously, on the day, but you know, it's not as bad as it could be, I think, right? All right, guys. All right, we're at 108s for NVIDIA. Again, watch this low. I think, here's the thing, right? This is something that I'm worried about could happen. Here's the low of the last few days for NVIDIA. 103.65s is the low. This might honestly be a longer term low. Let me see. 103.65. Let's take a look at it on a longer term chart. Yeah. So this is the low of the last like 3 weeks. This is the low of the last 3 weeks right here. This low right here, low of the last 3 weeks, okay? This low of the last 3 weeks is so close to the low of the last 7 months that I think if we do come down for NVIDIA, crack this low of the last 3 weeks right here at like high 103s, I think it's very probable that we're going to dump down under the low of the last 7 months, I think the consequential effect of that on markets might pull the markets down big and just drag everything else down. Now, this is a thesis. It doesn't mean it's going to happen. I have no freaking idea what happens. I might be the wrongest trader in the world. Top 3 most wrong trader in the world. Don't copy me. Have no freaking idea. But I think that's plausible. And I think if we start to get red action and we break under that level on NVIDIA under, again, 104s, we're going to crack down. It's very probable we're going to break the 7-month low at 102, whatever it is, 102.15 or whatever it is. And I think that's plausible. I think that could happen here. And so we'll see. I'm not going to do anything yet. It's still early. Depends on how the market reacts to Tesla delivery numbers and non-farm employment numbers and all the different stuff that releases today. Tariff day. All this stuff's going on. But that's the level I'm watching for, and that's kind of going to be my green light to attack aggressive shorts. Personally, do not copy me. I might be wildly wrong, but if we break down under this level on NVIDIA, that's going to be my green light to attack the NASDAQ with like heavy shorts. That's what I'm looking like today. And let me know if you agree with that. I think it makes sense. Who freaking knows, but I think it makes sense. Tesla delivery numbers are at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. 9 a.m. All right, yeah, so 9 a.m. 100%. VIX on a steady, slow rise for the VIX. Yeah, VIX is up to 23s right now. Take a look at the VIX. Tesla down too on the day. Tesla at 460s. VIX is rising up on this weakness here. All right, so the company is expected to see Q1 deliveries increased 5.4% to 407,000 as a FactSet estimate, down 10% since January 31st. However, investor relations compiled delivery consensus numbers is 377,592 based on several estimates. That would be the lowest since Q3 2022. Yeah, so Tesla deliveries 9 a.m. Those are the estimates right there in chat. Tesla will cover the massive delivery miss at full driving an Optimus, maybe. Tesla's the 4th most shorted stock. Good news could cause the shorts to cover. If it breaks through the support level, we got a whole day ahead of us. Bearish, maybe. Yeah, he's supposed to speak around 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's see what that looks like. Honestly, we just bounced at this low for the NASDAQ here. So again, NVIDIA at 108.30s, VIX at 23s. All right, guys. Either I could look Tesla delivery numbers. Yeah. Don't trade ahead of the news. Well, there's so many news releases today that it's hard not to trade ahead of the news unless you're just not trading all day, which I guess makes sense, to be honest, especially today. But, yeah, I think there's a lot of stuff going on. In about 20 minutes, we have the FSD data coming out. We've got no, I'm sorry, not the FSD. We've got the prelim NFP data. It's called the non-farm employment change. It drops at 8:15 market time. We'll see what that looks like. Yeah, I can put a timer up, but... All right, we got 17. Yeah. Here you go. 17 minutes, 20 seconds. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if BlackBerry earnings. I mean, we can cover BlackBerry earnings, but I don't know if they're going to be a big thing. Like, I can tell you what the earnings are pretty quickly here. They posted... It's not really a huge release. They posted fourth quarter revenue of $141.7 million, adjusted EPS of 3 cents a share profit. In terms of expectational numbers versus actual numbers here, BlackBerry expected 1 cent profit per share. They showed 3 cents, a little bit better than expected EPS. They missed revenue by a massive margin. So again, unless I'm mistaken here, I'm showing revenue showed up at 141.7 million, basically 142 million if we round up, versus 562 million expected. So BlackBerry missed revenue by a huge margin. Honestly, I'm surprised BlackBerry as a company is still around. I know people are talking about how all right, look at this drop. Look at Nvidia. Nvidia just cracked lows down under 108s. That dragged the market to crack lows really quickly as well here. Look at Nvidia. 107.80s right now. Market's falling. But yeah, BlackBerry, huge miss on revenue. I'm surprised it's not down more. The administration today is considering a widespread 20% tariff that could affect a large portion of the $3 trillion in yearly imports, according to a Washington report. Okay, I'm showing FactSet. Actually, revenue was 129.7 million. So I don't know why I had earnings whisper at something else. Yeah, so Bitcoin's in a stasis. Quarter one Tesla. All right, so yeah, quarter one Tesla estimates are due today, 2025. Expectations been tumbling in recent weeks with a low bar to outperform. Yeah, they're in some other businesses, but... All right, so Reuters reported earlier today that China Passenger Car Association said Tesla sold 78,828 China-made EVs in March, down 11.5% year over year. VIX is at 23s. All right, look at the NASDAQ still pumped down here. It's at 19,420s. 19,420s. John, why do you believe Nvidia is bringing the market down as opposed to the market is bringing Nvidia down? Well, I mean, it's a little bit of semantics here. It's probably a little bit of both. So typically the way it works, right, is that you usually have a couple really weighted stocks that the market's reacting to, and then the rest of the stocks are kind of following the rest of the market, right? But it could honestly be either one. I think the market's watching NVIDIA very closely. I think if we watch these leads here, so like, look, here's an example. Right at 7 a.m., NVIDIA broke down, and now NVIDIA's bouncing back up a little bit. And so I think NVIDIA's leading it a little bit. Like, if you look at this here, NVIDIA cracked lows of the day at 655. The market hadn't broke lows of the day at 655, right? So the market was right here ahead of it. Here were the lows. And so NVIDIA broke lows first, and then the market followed it. And so I'm looking at which one does it first. And so if the market broke lows and then NVIDIA followed through and broke lows, then I would say the market's influencing NVIDIA. But I think it's actually the opposite. But again, it's semantics. It could be either one. Palantir also breaking down at the 80s here. So Palantir also breaking down, looking weak. Down to 82.50. 82.50. The VIX is pushing up, breaking highs. A lot of fear and uncertainty right now. Yeah, no, all good, Jen. I understand. Yeah, no, I understand. The problem is that what I'm hanging my monitor on, what I'm hanging my camera on is this huge monitor. Now, I could probably move it a little bit this way, but I just don't want the green screen to get cut off some. There we go. That might be better. I just don't want the green screen to get cut off. All right, guys, remember, non-farm employment data dropping in about 12 minutes. NASDAQ still breaking down some here. Yeah, I'm trying to look at like other stuff dropping today. Apple, something else I'm watching. Meta has been falling. Here, look at Meta. Meta's been low liquidity dumping down, like falling down quickly for Meta. Microsoft also been falling, but not as steep. AMD's been falling down. Tesla's been falling down. Look at the market fall here. And again, NVIDIA's not really following it either. Weird. So again, look at that 19.4 level, bro. I really do have to trust some of my levels here. Like, look at this. We drew a level at 19.4. Bro, I gotta trust some of my levels sometimes, man. And honestly, that's the system I built recently. It's just basing it around levels. Even if we end up breaking down underneath, that's the only level I had on my chart, and that's precisely where this market stopped. Even if we continue down, like, look at this. I gotta trust my levels more. I also wonder if Tesla deliveries miss come in, but is it really bad that Tesla gets an injection of buyers? Yeah, that's possible. I mean, anything can happen. Tesla might rebound. Tesla's down a lot too. And so I'm not a Tesla hater necessarily. Like, I'm pretty neutral in politics. And I'd seem to like Tesla vehicles. I'm not going to hate somebody just for their political perspective. And so, yeah. But I also obviously recognize the risks here. All right, so we're still testing 19.4. So look at NVIDIA breakdown now. So NVIDIA's moving down. NASDAQ's moving down now too. Look at this. And I'm trying to see if there's like another blue chip stock that's leading this downfall. I don't really see one. See Microsoft, Palantir. Palantir might be it. Palantir's all the way down to 82. So Palantir is breaking down. And I think Palantir is included in the NQ. All right, so look at these drops. NASDAQ broke down again here this morning. Guys, again here this morning. AMD's breaking down to under 102s. Market's still falling. Y'all be careful today, guys. Tesla sales will be terrible. Yeah, we got Tesla Again, we got Tesla delivery numbers, 9 a.m. We're going to cover this live in about 8 minutes. We got prelim NFP data dropping at 8:15 market time. 8:15 market time. It's in about 8.5 minutes. We will cover it as soon as it drops live, as we always do here on this channel. Be ready, guys. Be ready. Gold drops. Where's gold at right now? Let's see. Tesla breaking down. Tesla hit 260s right now. So Tesla is honestly one of the things that I think is dragging the NQ down is Tesla. It might be Tesla over Nvidia, actually. Gold still around highs. 31.77 is highs. Still around there. It's at 31.55s. But look at Tesla here. I think we got to put up Tesla today, because Tesla has delivery numbers at 9 a.m. And look at Tesla's like fall down. It's at 260s. All right, the VIX is at 2340s, so the VIX is rising, markets are falling, Palantir's falling, Apple's falling. Is the music too loud? Chat, is the music too loud? Let me know, I'll fix it. Now, turn it down just a smidge. Let me know if that's good. VIX is rising too, man. Nasdaq still falling here. Seems fine here. Okay, we'll keep it here. Microsoft just cracked lows. Tesla at 260s. Looking at our poll, we're still pretty split down the middle. We got almost 1,000 votes. 56% are bearish, 44% are bullish. 56 bearish, 44% bullish. No, it's not dramatic and nerve-wracking enough. I think it is, honestly. It's a little bit too tense for me. I usually like chill music, but I think today probably justifies it. All right, guys. Stock futures under pressure. Investors are waiting for the president's new reciprocal tariff announcement scheduled for 4 p.m. Eastern time today. It has intensified fears of global trade war. Tesla experiencing fluctuations ahead of tariff announcement, reflecting broader market apprehension. Nvidia volatile. The impending reciprocal tariffs, a big release, big release today. All right, guys, so Tesla down to 260s even here. Here's 260 even. We did bounce off of it over the last 4 minutes. Kind of, let's see if we hold. See if the market comes back here. All right, gold could retrace. Yeah, tariff day, obviously, hella emotional. We do have good volatility, though, honestly, on days like today. Like, we got a lot of them, like, predictability in markets, I think. It was like I said earlier, I still thought it was short. I definitely wasn't going to long anything. Just too risky. And I think that played out, too, because look at this. And this might be Tesla-related news. Let me look up Tesla-related news. Let's see. Let's find it. Yeah, I think people are just prepping for Tesla deliveries. All right, so it's expected at 120,000 for prelim NFP data. 120,000 is what's expected at today. We'll see what it shows. I'll wait. But yeah, we got a couple minutes left. $31.40s. Yeah, again, the tariff announcement is going to come at 4 p.m. Eastern time today, 3 p.m. Central. All right, here we go. We'll see if prelim NFP data helps or hurts this market. I don't know what the market wants, whether it wants good economic data, bad economic data. I'm not really sure. Good economic data is good because it's strong economy. Bad economic data can be seen as good because it means less inflation problems. The weaker economy, the Fed's honestly still doing restrictive policies, QT, trying to push things down some to combat inflation. So a weaker economy might mean earlier rate cuts, which is something the market wants, as well as be an optimistic sign regarding inflation. I'm not saying that's the case, but, you know, I think we could also just get a fearful reaction regardless. If we get a weak economy, market can react negatively. If we get a strong economy, market can fear inflation and react negatively too. Here's a bounce. Let's watch 19.4s here. Just ripping past it, honestly. A lot of volatility showing up. We got 3 minutes left, chat. 3 minutes. Probably Dr. Crypto. I'm probably going to be streaming it. All right, guys, we're up 261.40s here. 261.40s for Tesla. Rebounding quick. All right, guys, we got 2 minutes left. 2 minutes. And before we got the prelim NFP data comes out, 2 minutes left. Whew. Hopefully you guys staying safe in this market, man. All right, Tesla rebounding back up. That 19.4 level holding strong here. Really holding strong. All right, guys, here we go. We got 1 minute left. I'm going to pause this. This timer's it's a little bit early. We actually have about exactly a minute right now. Exactly a minute. John, you're a generational bull. I honestly I predicted this correction. In December, I got flat. I told everybody I stopped buying. I got pretty flat. I thought we would correct. If anybody's been watching the stream that long, you probably know I predicted this correction or crash and got flat ahead of it, and honestly saved myself a ton of money. Avoided almost this entire correction. All right, guys. Hey, we got 25 seconds left. 25 seconds. Let's do this. Tariff day. You guys be ready. All right, we got prelim non-farm payroll data. We got 15 seconds, chat. 15 seconds. We'll see what we show here. Here we go. And here's the report right here, guys. Let's do it. All right, 155, stronger than expected. 155 versus 118 expected. 155 versus 118 expected. 120 to 118 expected. I'll put this number up on screen. So payrolls, prelim payroll data, non-farm employment change data showed up a little bit stronger than expected. Not wildly stronger, but a little bit stronger than expected at 155 versus 118 expected. 120 expected. So a little bit stronger than expected. The market honestly had an initially positive reaction so far, although it is slight. And yeah, we'll see what we get, but we're at 19.4 still here. We went up originally, now we're retracing, but again, a slightly stronger report than expected. A slightly stronger report than expected. Now, again, guys, stick around. We do have, Tesla delivery numbers at 10 a.m. that we're going to stream live as soon as, or at 9 a.m. that we're going to stream live as soon as it happens. So stick around, chat. Like, we're going to cover it. Here's the data release right here. 155. I'll put this up on screen for a little while, but Here we go. We got Tesla deliveries, 9 a.m. Tariff announcement at 4 p.m. Eastern. We got prelim NFP data showed up at 1:55. We honestly have durable good orders that also drop at 8:30. This really wasn't the biggest reaction here. So again, stick around. We got Tesla deliveries. Yes, we got Tesla delivery numbers, 9 a.m. Look at this rejection coming in here, guys. So I'm watching NVIDIA, I'm watching the NASDAQ, I'm watching Tesla here. Yeah, look, guys. So the Tesla 7-month low is down here at 217. 217 is Tesla's number. So remember how I talked about this number here, this 103 level here, guys, this 103.70s level. That level, wildly important. This 103.70 level, wildly important for NVIDIA. Because I think if it breaks underneath that, the 7-month low for NVIDIA is 102.15. That might drag the NASDAQ down. I think Tesla's number there right now is about 215. That is the low of, yeah, that's the low of the last 7 months or so. Six months for Tesla is, again, 217 even. Is it 217? It looks like, oh yeah, 217.02 is that number for Tesla. I'll put this up on screen, 217.02. That's a big level here, chat. So 217.02. So if Tesla breaks out, that's a long way down. But if they really negatively react to these deliveries, I'd pay attention to it. Also, guys, check out Top Step. Great way to help support the channel. If you want to learn day trading, no PDT rule in futures. You can day trade the S&P, the Dow, the Russell, gold, some currencies. A lot of Forex traders should be trading futures. It's very similar to day trading stocks. Top Step gives you a 50K demo if you can make 3K without losing 2K in profit. Following their rules, they fund you 50K with a 90% split. You get to keep your first 10K prior to the 90% split kicking in. Very similar to funding your own account, but if you fail that, it's only a $50 monthly subscription, so your risk is limited. Great way to learn how to day trade. They've paid out almost $200 million. If you want to check them out, I'll put the link up in chat. Great way to help support the channel. They are an affiliate of mine. Understand CFTC 4.41 hypothetical or simulated performance have limitations, guys. Don't copy me. With that said, though, guys, Tesla and the rest of the market has been bouncing back. Some didn't really react to these numbers. In about 12 minutes, we do have durable good orders. I don't know how much these are going to affect things. I really don't know how these are going to affect things, but I know we do have some numbers dropping in 11 minutes. Durable good orders, I think. Let me make sure this is right. No, I'm sorry. We don't have durable goods. Actually, do we? No, we don't. Okay, no, we don't. Okay, good. Yeah, so we have some type of core durable good orders dropping at 10 a.m., but it's nothing really big. But the big thing is Tesla deliveries coming out pretty soon. And so y'all want to stick around for that because that's big, right? Tesla delivery numbers. Yeah, so we got Tesla news. Yeah. Yeah, we got the first plug. Definitely top 3 fastest plug ever that time. All right, so markets haven't really responded too much to the stuff. Tesla, honestly, rebounding back up. It's at 262s. Right now, 262s. It's still climbing back up here. Yeah, ADP came in at 155. It might be in big yellow letters in this general vicinity. Yeah, it might be. I'm not saying it is. It could be, guys. It could be. I'm not saying it is, but it might be here today. Ugh, dude, it's getting hot in here. All right, guys. But yeah. Again, if you want to subscribe, hit the notification bell. We appreciate it. Their quarterly delivery numbers. They're for first quarter of 2025. Quarter 1, 2025 delivery numbers is what they are. All right, guys, look at the NASDAQ turn here. Let's see if NVIDIA rejected at the volume weighted average price is starting to come down. NASDAQ at 19,380s. Here, guys, 19,380s. I'm gonna put my chart up, maybe start to trade a little. Right around these lows. We gotta put Tesla up on the chart here, I think, first, though. Yeah, there's Tesla. All right, so we got the NASDAQ. We got Nvidia. And honestly, the market's in this little range here. I kind of want to short, but I also am pretty apprehensive around all this stuff. It's a 49-inch ultra wide monitor is what it is. 49-inch ultra wide. And again, if you haven't already subscribed, hit the notification bell, guys. I appreciate it. Are you wearing an Arsenal? No, I'm wearing a Under Armour shirt. It's an Under Armour shirt. All right, guys. So again, we're in this little baby range between 19.4 and 19.38, 19.37. We're too close to lows for me to really want to short, or for me to really run along. Tesla rebounding back up here. Is back up to 261s. It is starting to fight back some here this morning. Is Tesla going to be minus 10% today, or do they have something to compensate for the lower deliveries? I don't know. If you were told to buy the dip on one company and hold for 5 years, which one would it be? Microsoft. Probably. Not an investment professional. Don't copy me. I have no freaking idea what I'm talking about. Might be wildly wrong about anything and everything I say. Not an investment professional. It'd probably be like Microsoft. Microsoft's down a lot. Percentage wise, Microsoft is down a very large percentage. Almost 25%. You know. Yeah. I'd probably buy Microsoft. Might be down over 25%. Let me see. So percentage-wise, Microsoft is down from 470 down to 380s. Okay, yeah, Microsoft is down about 19%. 19%. But it hit lows of 367s. So, you know, yeah, it was down 22%. At the max. So yeah, it'd probably be Microsoft. It's down almost 20% now. It just seems to be something that is going to be successful long term and is extended on the short term. They own a huge piece of OpenAI. I just like Microsoft there. I think Microsoft's probably going to be fine long term. Can't stand this music either. Yeah, I can't stand it. Dead cat bounce today? Maybe. I don't know. We got Tesla delivery numbers. NASDAQ just cracked lows again. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think the delivery numbers are the thing that's got me the most worried about how they're going to impact markets on tariff day, right? That's what it's got me the most worried. Again, Tesla delivery numbers, I'll put a timer up. They drop around 9 a.m. So we got like 33.5 minutes left until Tesla delivery numbers release. Here's the timer for that. These are the numbers that have me the most worried. Tesla deliveries. Tesla has been wildly influential over markets, and I think that if we get a negative reaction from this, it can drag the market down quick, right? That's the biggest thing that I'm specifically worried about today is Tesla delivery numbers. Obviously, I'm worried about the tariff announcement and the run-up to that and what the market looks like leading into all that stuff. But Tesla delivery numbers are kind of that elephant in the room over the next 2 hours that might cause big pumps or dumps to the market depending on how Tesla reacts to it. What do you guys think? Good or bad reaction to Tesla deliveries? Let me do a poll here. All right, does the market react positively or negatively to Tesla delivery numbers? Bull reaction is going to be an option. Bear reaction. We'll add another option, no reaction. We'll keep that as an option here. All right, look at the market flushing down some more here, down to almost 360s. Hit 360s, now down to 58s, 59s. Let's watch 350s. I'm sorry, guys. This music's... it's kind of giving me a headache, dude. The good number of ADP employment should be good for the market. Not necessarily. It means worse inflation problems coming in higher than expected. It means potentially worse inflation markets. And this is a period in which the market fears inflation. We had high inflation data last Friday for PCE inflation, and so then we got today too. So yeah, it's just a period of time where the market fears inflation. All right, guys, so here we go. We're at 350s now, 350s. I'm going to try to buy this little dip at 350s. It's definitely risky here. Don't copy me. Actually, I think I'm in a little too large of size here. I don't want to take that big of size. I'd rather get out with a small loss. See if we bounce at 350 like I want, and then play with it afterwards. There we go. I gotta cut this. We'll see if it retraces back up, but I'm gonna hold this one contract here because I'm able to take a better amount of risk with one. See if we retrace back up now. Get myself flat on that one, but it gave me a bad fill, but this is a little bit better. I'm gonna add to this. Oof. All right, we're down like 50 bucks, but man, just got punished there. I'll switch the account. I'm not going to trade too heavy on any specific account. And there's the bounce that we wanted too, man. It's all right. We actually had a great day and everything yesterday. We didn't lose on any account. Actually, no, we did lose on an account yesterday. But yeah, could have been worse. Hey, bud. How you doing, dude? I love you, buddy. Good day, school, bro. Hey, ask your math teacher to tell us anything you need to do, okay? It's important. All right, bud? All right, I love you, buddy. Sorry, my son was in here talking to me. We got ourselves back to almost green on this account. All right, so we are starting to get a rebound back up. I was somebody said, "Hey John, why do you take so quick trades?" Mostly because I'm green in every funded account that I have right now. Trading the system, you know, and so I just try to stick with what works. You know, if it works, I try to attack it. If it doesn't work, I try to not use it. Everybody's different. People are gonna have different systems, strategies that they do well with. You know, and so that's kind of how it goes, you know. Yeah, and look, we just got ourselves back to green on the day in this account. I'll show you. Here's the account that we were trading on just now. We're green. See the green? We're not super green, but we did make whatever money that was back. Small little trade. Alright guys, so there's 8:30. We didn't really have any data drop at 8:30 that's gonna move markets or anything here. But Tesla's starting to find its way back up. It's at 261.50s here. And remember, we do have Tesla deliveries going live at 9 a.m. So we got the timer counting things down at 9 a.m. I love you. Have a good day. We do have the timer counting things down. If you want to look in the right side, 26 minutes. Yeah, I'm just gonna boot the WhatsApp scammer or the Telegram scammer out. Anybody trying to give signals? Yeah, I read the name. I was like, oh, this dude's a scammer. I gotta get him out of here. So yeah, I read his name. I'm like, hey, we gotta get this dude out of here. All right, guys. So yeah, what I made money on is actually buying this 350 level here. So like this was a big level on my charts that I had, but we just dumped right through it really quickly. And so when we bounced back over it and we had this tiny little pullback, I attacked this little dip here and then rode the rebound back up and made my money back. Typically if a level's solid, you know, and doesn't hold the first time, sometimes it holds the second time. So that's kind of what we jumped in. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely not a bear short term or long term. Bears long term are the dumbest traders in the market. They really are. Like, I'm sorry, but if you're betting short on the market long term, meaning like 5+ years, you're dumb. You're not very smart. You don't understand markets. Markets go up long term. Short term, they might go down. Short term, they might crash. They might correct. They might bottom. They might look weak short term. Over a 5, 10, 15-year period, you're almost guaranteed to make money, especially the latter end of that. Like over a 10, 15, 20-year period, you're almost guaranteed to make money. You know, I'm not saying that in some trades, like if you took a short in some instances over a 5-year period, you certainly would lose money if you get really unlucky. But we're talking about what the biggest statistical and proven edge is, and it's certainly on the upside. If you're betting against the markets long term, it's the biggest sucker bet in the market. Like, you know, really how people make money, right? Like how banks make money is that banks take your money and they invest it because it's so probable that certain things are going to go up long term, right? So like in the way they pay you interest payments in bonds, as an example, or in CDs, the way banks pay you CD income is they take your money. If you leave your money with them for a year, they take your money and they invest it, and then they make 10-15%, and then they pay you 3% in a CD and they pocket the difference. That's what banks do. It's so probable that they have that statistical edge in their favor, you know? And so that's what I'm trying to tell people is like, look, you can bet on the market short term against it. Fine. I understand that. Betting on it long term is dumb. It's not, even if you're right, it usually means the statistical edge was wrong. And so, you know, and I think people want to be Michael Burry. They romanticize it. Like they watch Michael Burry. They want to be contrarian. They want to bet against all this different stuff. But it really is one of the biggest sucker bets. You're ignoring the biggest edge the market ever gives you. So it's actually the opposite. So the longer you hold a short position in large blue chip companies, the longer you hold a short position in most large blue chip companies, the greater the likelihood that you make money in that trade. You know, so like if I buy Apple anywhere it is, it doesn't matter what price Apple is. If I buy Apple today, the longer I hold Apple, the more likely, the more probable it is that I make money in Apple versus a short. The longer I hold a short on Apple, what happens? The less likely it is I make money. The more likely it is that it goes up and up and I lose and lose and lose, right? And so that is why holding short positions long term is not very smart. Not very smart. And people can say I'm wrong. They can say I'm dumb. Give me an argument against what I'm saying and I'll listen. Maybe I'm wrong, but you got to give me an argument. You can call names. It just means you're emotional. But again, give me an argument against what I'm saying and we'll talk about it. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't freaking know. Yeah, and I think right now it's different. Like right now, again, I told people I thought the market would correct in December. And I got pretty flat on everything because the market was way too high. It was up 105% in the NASDAQ in 2 years. Way too high. Way too high. That's not a reasonable expectation. And so you better believe it's probable that we're going to correct if we're up that much. So this correction that we're in right now wasn't super hard to predict, to be honest. But there's a difference between thinking that we're going to go down over the next 6 months or over the next year versus thinking we're going to be down relative to where we are now in 10 years or 15 years. And I'm telling you, if we are down from where we are now in 10 or 15 years, you got a lot bigger problems on your hands than being wrong about a bet in the stock market. You know, we always hear the same thing with people regarding treasury bonds. They say, oh, I don't like treasuries because what if the U.S. government fails? It's like, well, if the U.S. government fails, you got a lot bigger problems than your treasury bonds not paying out, you know? And so it's about probabilities. You got to just bet on the favorable ones. Yeah, no, these are all in generalized statistical statements. There's always outliers. A black swan event could certainly happen, but my argument there is that if we do have something like that, we got bigger problems on our hands, you know. Anyways, market's starting to rebound back up. Tesla up to 262s. We got delivery numbers in 21 minutes. 21 minutes. Yeah, nothing's definitive. Anything could freaking happen. That's absolutely true. But I'm talking about what the statistical edge is in the market, right? And this is something that banks have a very good understanding of. You want to know what works? Look at what big money does, and big money is banks. Well, what did big money do? Big money sells you CDs at 4%. Take your money, invest it long term, pay you out, 25% of what they're actually making, and pocket the 75% difference. You know, that's what banks do because it's such a strong statistical edge. Now, there's outliers. Sometimes banks lose money, but when you consistently bet on the more probable outcome, what happens? You end up making money even if you lose sometimes, so that's what it is. And that's what people that bet against the market long term have to understand is, sure, you could be right, but it's less probable that you're right and it's more probable that you're wrong. But there's always outliers, so it's all generalized. Yeah, the speech is going to be at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today, 4 p.m. Eastern. This is the QQQ, really. So the NASDAQ 100 futures contract is the QQQ price action. It's the same thing. The QQQ follows this that I'm trading right here, which is the NASDAQ 100 futures contract. Delivery numbers are at 9 a.m. Eastern time. 9 a.m. Eastern. The fact that there is infinite upside and finite downside makes you logically sound. Well, it's not even like any of that. It's look at the history of the stock market over a century of data. What does the history of the stock market say? It says the stock market averages about 10% a year in gains, in yield. 10%. Now, it's not guaranteed. You can get guaranteed returns in bonds. They're going to pay you right now like 4% or something. But, you can make almost twice as much sitting on the market long-term statistically looking at the last century of data. Now, is it guaranteed? No. Can you always get unlucky and get caught in a bear market? Yes. But over the long run, it becomes very strong edge on the upside. And you're going to make so much more. The compound interest effect of that 10% versus 3%, and sometimes the 3% is not compounding, make it. Big money usually invests, but the name of the game really is like DCAing. Dollar cost averaging long term is one of the ways you get around the volatility or the downward pressure. But yeah. Yeah, Tesla deliveries 9 a.m. 9 a.m. All right, so Tesla quarter 1 2025 delivery expectations, approximately 377,000 deliveries, marking a potential decline from previous quarters. Projections from analysts range from 350s to 400s, with some forecasts suggesting this could be Tesla's lowest quarterly growth in years. Influencing deliveries, we have the Model Y transition, which is production shifts to an updated Model Y have caused temporary slowdowns. Elon Musk's political involvement, protests, rival automakers, BYD, Rivian sales, market competition. Again, this data is supposed to release around 9 a.m. We got about 17 minutes left until this report drops. We'll see what it looks like. I mean, I'm a bull in Bitcoin. I tend to think Bitcoin's going to go up long term. But who knows? Bitcoin has a lot less years of statistical track record to gauge it, but I still like Bitcoin. I think digital money is obviously the future, and so it's hard to pay cash for anything right now. Digital money is obviously the future, and I think it's on obviously the front of that. So, I think blockchain's a powerful technology, makes banks obsolete to a certain extent, and as we progress technologically, I think Bitcoin and other blockchains are going to become more and more valid. They already are pretty valid, but the validity is going to grow over time, I think. Well, a crash is just 25% or more, Sean, so we only need another 10% to make it a crash, to be honest. We're already down 15%. Supermicro Semiconductors, I don't know a ton about the company long term. It's just been like hella volatile to a point in which I'm not really interested in it. One of the things that happens when a company is up like crazy amounts, like just huge upward swings, like Supermicro Semiconductors, is that everybody that buys it here, there's a lot of mania that happen, right? The mania happens, like there's a lot of like emotion. If you say anything that could be construed as critical, they get upset with you and mad at you and just end up spewing, oh, this dude's a hater or whatever it is. Like, you can't really reasonably talk to them because they're so emotionally high in positions that they don't really want to hear anything. And so Supermicro Semiconductors just went up way too much short term. It's kind of the same story as Palantir. Like when Palantir was at 120s or whatever Palantir got to, people were asking me would I buy Palantir, and I told them no, absolutely not. That thing had a PE ratio of like 600 or more. There's no way I'm touching that. Even if I miss out on gains, and something that you have to accept as traders is it's okay to miss out on gains. Like, you don't have to always catch every big move in markets. You see it right now with Newsmax, NVAX, or no, NMAX. Crazy moves. Honestly, it's up to $233 right now. It IPO'd at, what, $14 yesterday? I missed out on that whole thing. Am I really super upset about it? No, because it's too volatile. You got to go into account preservation mode. And I want to preserve my account more than I care about catching every big freaking move in the market. But I've also met people who get genuinely really upset if they miss out on anything, and they're all emotionally distraught over it, and it's just kind of like, no, you know, you gotta just be okay with missing out on stuff. There's always other opportunities in markets. But with that said, Supermicro Semiconductors is just, it's way too volatile. If you look at the movement pattern for it, we got 15 minutes left, guys, until Tesla deliveries. Like, this thing went from 36 cents all the way up to 123 and then back down to 35s. You know, there's been a lot of crazy catalysts for this thing over the last 6 months too, so I don't know, man. I just got to be careful with it, I think. Oh yeah, Supermicro computers. Sorry, I don't know why I said semiconductors. Yes, SMCI, Supermicro computers. I'm thinking of Taiwan Semiconductors is what I was thinking of, but yeah, it's Supermicro computers. I don't know why I said semiconductors. Yeah, there's too big of a sun. You're gonna get rugged. What's the PE of Supermicro? It's 15. It is pretty good, honestly. It's not bad, especially where we're at now. But the volatility for me is still too high. Again, you got to go into like account preservation mode. Oh, I'm not wearing my ring, man. Hopefully Carol's not mad. I was hitting a heavy bag and I got like a thing on my finger, and so I had to take off my ring because in jiu-jitsu, when I trained, I had to tape my finger so that it doesn't get some infection. Hey, what's up, Fimi? Yeah, their boom was Nvidia's boom for sure. Do you think penny stocks will be flushed out stocks around $2 average? I don't think penny stocks are really going to move with markets like this. Penny stocks are a different animal. They don't really move with the economy or the market. Most of them, their movements based off of liquidity and interest and gaps and stuff like that. It's just a different market. I'm not really a big penny stock investor, trader. I think if you buy 10 random penny stocks, 9 out of 10 of those are going to be down over a 5-year period. So investing in that is dumb. Maybe you can find the outliers. Much harder thing to do than people state. Most people are just trying to sell courses on those. All right, guys. So we're moving back up here in the market. It looks like this is mostly driven by Google's rebounding back up some. I don't know. Let me see. Google's back up some. Apple's bouncing back up some. Is it Meta? No, it's not really Meta. Netflix. No. Amazon. No. Why is the market rebounding? Maybe I'm just too zoomed in. All right, guys, we got 11 minutes before Tesla deliveries. 11 minutes. All right, guys, so we got this little retracement back down here. Again, Tesla delivery numbers is kind of the big thing that I'm definitely watching here, man. All right, guys, so yeah, we got Tesla delivery today. Yeah, so again, guys, we got 9 minutes left, 8.5 minutes left. Part of me wants to short this. I'll short a little piece of this here. And then I'm gonna move. You can see how similar this is to day trading stocks too. So like if you want to day trade with me, you can try this out. We got 2 contracts here. We'll hold steady. We're gonna take half off here, lock that in. We'll get out the rest there too. So far so good. Not a bad little short. All right, guys, 8 minutes. We got about 1,500 viewers right now. Appreciate you guys joining me today. Seven minutes, 7.5 minutes left, really. All right, guys, bull or bad reaction here. We're pretty split down the poll. We got 700 votes. 35% think we're going to have a bullish reaction. Almost 50% think we're going to have a bearish reaction. 60% of you guys think we're going to have no reaction to the Tesla delivery numbers. I think the market's going to react personally, but I might be wrong. Who freaking knows? Gold's been pushing up leading into the report. The VIX has been moving up most of the day, has been pulling back over the last 15 or 20 minutes. But I think Tesla has been very volatile. Has been one of the reasons the market has been moving here. And look at Tesla spike up here. It's at 262s. And so, yeah, I tend to think the market's going to respond to Tesla deliveries. Look at this pullback here. Let me make sure they're not out yet. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, I don't think they're out yet, but yeah, so look at that retracement here. All right, you guys ready? Yeah, so probably around 9 a.m. for Tesla deliveries. Probably around 9 a.m. We got about 6 minutes left. First quarter deliveries fell for Rivian too. So Rivian beat Tesla. First quarter deliveries ahead of the EV giant. Rivian was lower after first quarter delivery sales dropped significantly. The number, however, shouldn't be a big surprise. Rivian announced first quarter deliveries of 8,640 vehicles, down 36% year over year, but in line with the Wall Street estimates. Analysts projected about 9,000 sold, so slightly under that. Rivian made 14,600 vehicles, up from 13,980 vehicles produced in first quarter 2025. They reaffirmed their delivery range as well. So, still waiting here. Chat, still waiting. Delivery number set to drop anytime now. No, they're not out yet. They're not out yet. All right, so again, we'll put this number up on screen so you guys can kind of see. All right, guys, here we go. We're still waiting here. Still waiting. Still waiting. All right. Dipping a little bit in the market here. I guess I'm short biased right now, guys. All right, so we're still very flat ahead of Tesla delivery numbers. We're supposed to have about 2.5 minutes left before Tesla deliveries. Again, Rivian numbers came in lower than expected here, or lower than last time. And Rivian stock is down here. All right, here we go. We got about 2 minutes left, chat. 2 minutes. Yeah, I mean, right now, it's been bearish in the market. The market's been mostly down, so I've been shorting a lot, which, you know. All right, guys, here we go. Tesla deliveries. 2 minutes. Still waiting here, chat. Yeah, we're here, we're waiting. Some people think that Wall Street delivery numbers are always too high. Tesla misses, share price will go down. That's what they think. They think the expectations are too high. All right, guys, we got a minute and a half left. Yeah, so just to put this out into perspective here, chat. They're expecting the company compiled consensus is approximately 377,592. All right, Tesla just popped up a little bit. I don't think this is from the delivery numbers, but Tesla did rebound back up to 363. Let me check the website. Nothing. Still waiting. Yeah, not out yet. We got less than a minute, chat. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Give me your last minute predictions. Up or down for Tesla after these delivery numbers. Up or down. Higher or lower than expected. Up or down. Let me know. 20 seconds. Hit the live button next to the play button. Make sure you're not delayed on stream. This timer's a little bit early, so don't worry. We still got about 15 seconds. Hit the live button next to the play button, though. Make sure you're fully caught up on stream. All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and here's 9 a.m. right now. Let's watch Tesla. Here's the 9 a.m. candle. There's the 9 a.m. candle. Here they are. Or no, this isn't it. Look at Tesla decreasing big down to 257s. Guys, 257s for Tesla, 256. 256 down big for Tesla. Look at this drop. Huge drop. We're coming with the delivery numbers right now. Massive drop for Tesla. And then it's retracing back up a little bit here, guys. Bear with me. We're getting them. Deliveries came in at 336,681. 336,681, lower than expected for Tesla here. 337,000 Tesla deliveries. 337,000 Tesla deliveries. Lower than expected. Weaker than expected for Tesla delivery numbers. Lower than expected. Again, weaker than expected here. Honestly, the market negatively reacted to this. down to stock is down to 256, 258. Weaker than expected Tesla delivery numbers. Yeah, worse than expected. And yeah, we'll give you the page real quick to look at. All right, guys. So in the first quarter, we produced over 362,000 vehicles, delivered over 336 vehicles, and deployed 10.4 gigawatts per hour of energy storage products. While the changeover of Model Y lines across all 4 factories led to the loss of several weeks of production in quarter 1, the ramp up of the new Model Y continues to go well. Thank you to all the customers, employees. Again, Model Y production 345, 5 deliveries 223. I'm going to put this up on screen, but yeah, this is the numbers here. Yeah, weaker than expected. Tesla stock honestly rebounding back up some here though. All right, guys, so all right, guys, so Tesla at 259s here, chat, 259s. We'll put this data up on screen, but again, the deliveries showed up. Where are they at? Yeah, so the delivery showed up. Again, 336.81. All right, so there's Tesla delivery numbers. Again, 358. I thought this might influence the market in a negative way. I thought the market might react negatively to it, and I worried how it might impact the NASDAQ, which is kind of something that we're seeing now. NASDAQ coming down. I'm still watching all those big milestone levels, but yeah. Definitely a negative reaction. Again, Tesla delivery numbers out. All right, so Canada willing to remove tariffs that the U.S. does. That's optimistic tariff news. All right, NASDAQ testing the lows of the day after Tesla delivery numbers disappointed. I'm going to short this just because Tesla's starting to creep down. And so we'll see if we get a short. We're close enough to lows that I like a short, but I might be wrong. Let's see if we catch it. There we go. We're going to cut that because we got a support level right there, and we're going to get out the rest there. So a little scalp, but I'll take it. We wanted to get out before 350s, and we did. We might short this again here too. Depends on what Tesla does though. I've lost more money in the last 9 weeks than I made in the last 3 years. Well, then trade small, bro. Why are you trading so large then, dude? That's way too much money you're risking. You're gambling too much, bro. Just trade small, dude. Like, my response to anybody that says they lose large sums of money is, why are you trading so large, man? Trade small, dude. People call me a wimp. You got to ignore them. Most of the people that are calling me a wimp are people who lose boatloads of money and are gambling addicts that can't control themselves, right? Like, just trade small. Who cares what people say? All right, we're going to end this poll, guys. Tesla delivery numbers weaker than expected. Most of the market was right. Bearish reaction to Tesla deliveries. How about this? Does the NASDAQ break 7-month lows today? Which is 19,000. Or no, I think 7-month lows are what? It's like 18K, right? Yeah, it's like the 7-month lows are 18,977, I believe. Let me make sure this number's right. Yeah, 18,976. Yes or no? Vote on that poll. Again, Tesla delivery numbers are out. Weaker than expected. Lower than expected. Here goes the NASDAQ second push down. Tesla's skirting really close to lows. Okay, lows of 253s. It's at 256 right now. Again, if you haven't already, check out Top Step. Top Step is what I'm day trading on today. We are green. There's no PDT in futures. You can day trade the S&P, the Dow, the Russell, gold, currencies in some ways in Top Step. No PDT rule in futures. Very similar to day trading stocks. Most Forex traders should be trading futures, in my opinion. Most day traders lose. If you try to put up a $5,000 account yourself trying to look cool in markets, you're probably going to lose that. Almost all day traders will tell you the truth if they're not trying to sell you some course acting like they can get you rich. Most real day traders will tell you this truth. Most day traders lose. Why risk thousands of dollars? Instead, try Top Step. It's $49 a month. They give you a 50K demo. If you can make $3K in profit without losing $2,000 first on that demo, they'll fund you 50K with a 90% split as long as you follow their rules. No PDT rule. You get to keep your first 10K in profit and 90% split afterwards. And that's very similar to funding your own account. But the risk is noticeably less. Best of both worlds. Limited risk, similar reward. Great way to learn how to trade. If you're good enough to pass it, you can withdraw and fund your own account if you build up enough profit with it. They've paid out almost $200 million. Futures market, very similar to day trading stocks. Just a great way to learn. I'll put the link up in chat if you want to check it out. They are an affiliate of mine. I am biased. Some would say I'm the top 3 most biased person in the world right now because I get paid by them. Understand CFTC 4.41 hypothetical or simulated performance have limitations, guys. I always try to be real with people, but this is the truth. I honestly genuinely like Top Step, though. I think it's great for traders. Teaches you how to trade. From somebody that lost thousands and thousands of dollars in my first couple weeks day trading, I wish I had something like this. I really do. With that said, though, the market is rebounding back up along with Tesla here. Tesla almost up to 258s right now, chat. 258s. All right, guys, we're up to 19,379. That level's rejecting. Look at that level hold here. Depends on what Tesla does here, though. I think Tesla's moving the market now. All right, guys. We got 20 minutes until the market opens. You guys ready? All right, guys. You guys ready? I think we pump at the opening bell. Do we go up or down at the opening bell here, chat? So we asked people, does the NASDAQ break 7-month lows today? 59% say yes, 41% say no. I really don't know here, honestly. I think it's still a ways off. Like, that level is way down here. So that level is way down here. So we got a long range to go, but yeah, we'll see. Down? Maybe. We'll see, bro. And again, guys, we're going to trade the opening bell live today. It's tariff day. Y'all be safe. Be careful. Again, we're going to stick around, so stick around with us. We got Tariff Day. Again, the Tariff announcement is supposed to be at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to stream that live as well. And again, guys, listen, if you want a one-stop shop, we day trade live every day. We cover every economic report, you know, every earnings report we cover for the most part. As long as it's in like the Mag 7, we'll cover it. If you want a place to watch Jerome Powell speeches, press conferences, Tesla news, economic reports, CPI, PPI, PCE, non-farm payrolls this Friday, unemployment, jobless claims Thursday. We cover all this stuff as soon as it drops. That's why we get thousands of people tune in for it. And everything's free. We don't sell a course, don't sell a service. I do have sponsors and affiliates, but, you know, that's a reasonable expectation for me to have. But we just try to be real with people about everything. Don't even claim to be a good trader. So if you want a place that does that, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We appreciate it. Yeah, just call me Chuck Liddell is all I'm saying. Not CTE Chuck Liddell, though, because I kind of feel for Chuck Liddell lately. Great fighter, though. Great fighter. Well, Nvidia's breaking lows. Tesla's pushing down towards lows for sure. It's definitely looking a little red. I believe that. I'm sure he can still. He probably knocked me out still. I'm not saying he can't. But I'm just saying he can't talk really anymore, unfortunately. All right, look at these. Look at this drop, guys. Nasdaq's testing lows of the day. Getting close to it. If you use my link, you'll get the discount, the max discount. NASDAQ falling here, guys. Testing lows of the day again. I don't know what to do here. We got like a triple bottom right here, but it's also the lows. And so my hands are off. We're green on the day. We got a little cushion into the opening bell we're going to stick with. Hopefully it holds, but... Either one of us could take Mike Tyson? I don't know, bro. I don't think so. Mike Tyson probably still knock me out, bro. Let's just be honest here. Now, if I could grapple, I might be able to take him in that way. You know? Coming from the top 3 worst blue belt in jiu-jitsu ever. I might be able to choke him out. But I'm definitely not going to... I don't know. So the tariff announcement's at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today, 3 p.m. Central. And again, guys, if you want to give me a follow on x.com, every day we do an update. We cover it. Honestly, if you want something to watch all morning, gives you updates in finance all morning, follow me on x.com. Like, we have posted several updates today. Tesla deliveries, Nvidia news, EU spokespeople. We give one at least full breakdown of everything going on in markets that covers the Tesla delivery numbers, the non-farm employment numbers, meta news, and more, tariff news and more. So again, if you want a one-stop shop for that stuff too, give me a follow on x.com. There's the link right there. Great way to help support your boy here on this channel. We appreciate it. Thanks so much. NASDAQ's testing these lows again. It's sitting right at these lows, chat. Right at these lows. Manipulation? What do you mean manipulation for Tesla? Honestly, Tesla negatively reacted to it because of worse delivery numbers, and then it's kind of consolidating. It's honestly not the biggest reaction though. Like this response from Tesla is not like a huge reaction here. You know, you just got to be careful calling everything manipulation, because everything's not, you know. Sometimes it's just stock news, you know. All right, guys, market's getting really close to this low of the last day or so. All right, guys, we got 12 minutes left until the opening bell. Stick around with me today. We're going to trade. We'll see if we get anything good. Yeah, guys, hit the like button. Hit the notification bell, you know. Honestly, we give you all the stock news. And we've been doing this well before a lot of other people have. And so most of them don't even quite really understand it, you know. And so cheers to the community we got here. It's a great community. I got a crawfish mug today. Crawfish mug. Cheers to you guys. As a Louisianian, you gotta have a good crawfish mug. Hey, what's up, Faye? I'm able to trade without emotion, bro. I'm probably the top 3 most emotional trader in the world right now. I might not show the emotion. I might be stoic in nature about it, but like in my head, I might be crying. I might cry right now in my head, you know. All right, guys, here we go. We're getting really close to these lows. Getting really close to these lows. Yeah, so that Canada is willing to remove tariffs if the U.S. does. Honestly, why don't we just remove tariffs everywhere? Canada removes tariffs, we remove tariffs, and then everybody gets along. You know? Sunshine and rainbows will flow from the sky. You know? Everything will be all good. I'm for it. Let's push the economy. You're one of the few people who actually takes the time to explain specifics about what's going on in the markets, and thanks for that. Thank you. The more you explain is very much appreciated. Thank you, Digital. Yeah. A lot of the other guys, honestly, look, I'm not hating on anybody, but a lot of them probably don't quite understand everything, and they're just kind of covering things because it's popular, you know? I actually genuinely love economics, and I think if you could predict the economy, you could make money. That's where the big money is, more than anything else, is that in business as well. Like, understanding economics and business, of course, is very good, very profitable. Maple syrup, you know. I love pancakes too. I'm definitely a pancake guy over waffles. Like, pancakes noticeably better than waffles, unless they're Waffle House waffles. The problem, I can't get my wife to go to a Waffle House. They're like, where you want to eat? I'm like, why don't we go to Waffle House? She's like, no, we're not going to Waffle House. She's too sketched out. She thinks it's too bad of a neighborhood to go to Waffle House, you know. Hey, thank you, Mr. Bill. Appreciate it, bro. Thank you, sir. I can't get her to touch a Waffle House. Honestly, Waffle House have the best waffles. They really do. I love Waffle House waffles. You put some pecans on there, some chocolate chip and pecan waffles. You know, just good. I want one right now, but I'm trying to eat healthy. I threw out all sweets. I really did give up most sweets. You know, what happened was I went to Cinnabon and I ordered like 5 big cinnamon rolls and brought them home and stored them in the fridge. And I started eating them. And every consecutive cinnamon roll I would eat, I would feel worse and worse about my health until I just couldn't take it anymore. After the 3rd one, I just threw them all out, vowed to give up sweets. I'm about 3 days into that, and it's going well. The only sweet thing I've had is a healthy, organic, low-sugar popsicle. And so I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. But it's kind of hard. It really is. Yeah, I mean, I think Mark Zuckerberg partnering with the UFC and Meta makes sense. Mark Zuckerberg's an MMA fan, you know. All right, guys, we're still around these lows. I'm talking nonsense right now because we're not really moving here. We've been around this low level for an extended period of time. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying. It really is good, man. Yeah, Waffle House is very good. I don't know why people hate on it so much. Probably because all the fights on TV, you know. All right, guys, we're still sitting tight. I think a lot of it depends on what Tesla does. Tesla had delivery numbers, and now it's basically just kind of sideways. Hasn't really done much. If Tesla breaks down, I think the rest of the markets will probably follow it. But, you know, it's tariff day. We're very close to the opening bell. And, yeah, I think it's just that day where you got to be careful. All right, guys. Whew. All right, so market's really at these lows right now, chat. The market's really... All right, broke lows of the day just now. NASDAQ broke lows of the day just now, right before the opening bell, about 5 minutes before the opening bell. NASDAQ cracked lows, immediately retraced. Let's see if we go back up now. All right, so NASDAQ cracked lows. Still trying to come down here. We'll see if we hold. All right, there's look at this big drop here. Big drop in the NASDAQ. NVIDIA just cracked lows of the day. It's down to 107s. We're at 19.33. Oh, 19.327s, 326s. NASDAQ's tumbling down here, chat. Tumbling down. All right, guys. Market is falling. Nintendo releasing the new Switch June 5th. June 5th for the new Switch. All right, so the Wall Street Journal confirms Treasury Secretary Besant's message to lawmakers was today's tariffs could go down, not likely to go up. He said, quote, whether Trump agrees with this assessment, however, remains to be seen. The president and Senate Majority Leader Thune are going to meet on Senate GOP tax plan today. NVIDIA faces a dilemma after Chinese firms rushed to order about $16 billion in new AI chips, according to the information. And Tesla delivery numbers did come in weaker than expected at 336,681 today. That's all the news coming out this morning. We got 3.5 minutes. Markets are tumbling down here ahead of this the opening bell. Is the market dropping on the Nintendo Switch 2 news? Honestly, Nintendo needs to release a good graphics console, bro. Like, I get it, they're pandering to kids. I understand. But, like, you know. Yeah. All right, guys, we're bouncing slightly after dropping down and breaking lows again. The opening bell is getting set up here for a crazy day here, Chad. A crazy day. Yeah. All right, guys, so we're at 335 here. Tesla's still at 256. So here we go, opening bell in 2.5 minutes, chat, 2.5 minutes. Give me your last minute predictions. Bull or bear? Write it in chat. Are you bullish or bearish at the opening bell? Bull, bear, write it in chat right now. Let me know how you feel. Bull or bear right now in chat. Let me know how you feel, guys. We're at 19,340. Let's see. Let me catch back up. We got bear, 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 bear. I don't see one bull. It took me a couple, like 15 or 20 comments. Bull. There's Israel says bull. Word puzzle says bull. Rational says bull. Almost all bears, though, this morning at the opening bell here. Honestly, it kind of makes me want to be a bull just from so many, you know, downside. But it also means momentum's obviously weak. Amazon's been breaking down this morning. That's what's been dragging the market down. Amazon broke down to 187s. All right, guys, we got 1 minute left. 1 minute. All right, guys, look at this test of lows here. We got 40 seconds into the opening bell, chat. 40 seconds. $25 seconds. NASDAQ testing lows again. NASDAQ just broke lows again about 10 seconds into the before the opening bell. Just broke lows again. There's the bell. There's the bell. Tesla testing the low of this last day at 254s. 253s are the lows. NASDAQ's bouncing up a little bit with Amazon rebounding back up. Palantir rebounding back up at the opening bell. We hit that 350 level and then retraced. Still testing it though. Watching Apple here. Apple bouncing back up at the opening bell some. Meta's trying here. Microsoft. Tesla's starting to break down here, guys. All right, so since it's the opening bell, we got this combine account that we're half of the way there. So let's trade some. Again, if we lose this, it's not the end of the world. All right, I'm shorting here. I'm going to keep adding to a short position. There we go. 15 contracts here. Kind of a risky bet, but I can keep adding to this and then see if we retrace. There we go. I think that's it. That's all I can add. Tesla breaking lows. There we go. Ah, dude, we got the retracement and then we retraced right back up, dude. Oh, it hurts. Ah, it happened so quick, guys, so quick. All right, listen, that was a combine account. It's all right. We're already funded on 4 accounts. I would really love 5, but I'll wait. We're actually still green on the day in our funded account. Just to put that into perspective, that was a demo account. We're gonna trade our actual account right now. It's called a combine account, a challenge account. I wanted to take some risks at the opening bell for fun. Just got punished for it. $50 down the drain just now. Tesla honestly broke that low and then immediately rebounded back up. It's at 254s. All right, so we're rebounding back up some here. Told you to go long? Yeah, man, let me just listen to a random dude in chat. That sounds like a great idea. He said to go long. Listen, that must mean it's facts, truth. Honestly, the opening bell's so unpredictable. Anybody trying to act like I told you so off of this short-term movement, you know, come on now. It's so much variance. We're just having fun with a demo account at the opening bell. We haven't actually traded our funded account since the opening bell, and we're green at the opening bell as well. So we'll give it a little time before we play out. We usually, to trade our actual accounts, we usually wait 3, 4 minutes, 5 minutes at least until the opening bell settles down a little bit before we trade real money. So combine account is a demo account that if I can pass the challenge, I get funded. So like I got to make 3K in profit without losing 2K first is the goal of a challenge account. All right, guys, we're rebounding back up some at the opening bell. Rebounding back up some. Look at this bounce. Look at this rebound back up to almost 19.4s. Look at 19.4s. Fly through 19.4s. Guys, we're up to 19.45s or 19.4 something. Hold on, let me see. All right, 19.411s. Look at this rebound back up here, chat. Nvidia back up. Tesla bouncing back up too. Yeah, like I get it. People want validation. They want to be like, see, you should have listened to me. But again, guys, like you got a 50-50 chance of being right. We're not actually trading our funded account yet, and I'm not going to listen to a random person in the first 5 minutes after the opening bell. It's direction, you know, signal. You know, that would make me a really dumb trader, And so I get it. People really want that validation, and I understand. You know, everybody wants validation, right? I get it. But we're going to wait 5 minutes to trade our actual account before we, before we do it. Hope you guys understand, you know. Amazon bouncing back up. It's at 190s. So let's see if it holds. Microsoft up to 380s. Big green action here. Up to almost 19.45. Let's see if it holds. Yeah, I guess 33% chance makes sense too, you know. And it's all love here, guys. It's all love. It really is. I mean, I hate you forever, but it's all love. NASDAQ bouncing up. Google bouncing up a little bit. Amazon bouncing up. Palantir bouncing up. Microsoft up 380s. All right, guys. 256. All right, look at Tesla start to turn a little bit down under the volume weighted average price. Although Nvidia's flying up. See if we hold. I think so many shorts are getting squeezed out right now. That's what's going on. And I definitely don't want to short. I don't want to be part of those shorts. Honestly, Google rip it up. NASDAQ rip it up. Meta rip it up. Apple rip it up. Microsoft rip it up. Palantir up to 85s again. I don't know. Ask your lawyer, sub, not me, bro. I have no freaking idea. I'm not an investment professional. I'm not a law professional, bro. No idea, dude. Yeah, shorts are getting squeezed right now, chat. Palantir up to 86. If market rips up, will the Fed do QE? The market going up and the Federal Reserve doing quantitative easing are not the most correlated things. The Federal Reserve will do quantitative easing if we have a big negative economic event where a recession is at risk, layoffs are imminent, unemployment spiking, payrolls are weak. If we have like really weak economics, the Federal Reserve will do quantitative easing, bringing interest rates down and doing QE to try to stimulate the economy to save us from that economic weakness. It doesn't really have much to do with the stock market rising. Maybe there's more of a correlation with the stock market declining and quantitative easing potentially being imminent, but I would say there's much less of a correlation with the market going up in QE. You know, right now the Fed's still doing some version of QT. They're still doing quantitative tightening, which is basically them unloading their balance sheet. They're definitely unloading treasuries. They're still sticking with MBSs, though. I'm going to short this now. Very volatile market, guys. Very volatile market here. All right, so we got out. Very small little trade shorting the market here. Very small little trade. I don't know if we've had a losing trade today. Oh, yeah, we have. We've had a couple losing trades. Do we come back down now, guys? What do you guys think? Do we come back down or we keep moving up today? Up or down? Let me know. Chat, let me know. Up or down? I know the law on leftovers at my house. The leftover law at my house is very specific. If it's my food, you better not eat my leftovers, bro. I even tell my kids, if you eat my grilled cheese sandwich, you're grounded. You know? You got to protect your assets. All right, guys, so we hit 19.5s. Hit 19.5s. Pretty big milestone level on the NASDAQ. Down. Yeah, I think 19.5 is a big level. I think if we make it over that, hold support, it's looking even stronger, but I think it could hold its resistance. I don't know what we're going to get here. We're still 10 minutes into the open. Market's very volatile. Yeah, I mean, you just seem to be kind of like upset. Me asking people what they think does not mean I base trades around what people think. Like, listen, man, I get it. You were right about a super random event, and now you think you're a genius. And so you're going to try to mock and start stuff. It just sounds really emotional, brother. It's all good. I mean, you're banned for life. I hate you forever. But I wish you the best, man. I really do. Good day to you, sir. All right, Amazon coming down to 190s. 190s. Let's see if we hold now. Again, I'm not really interested in taking in any direction. We're too up, but we're also kind of weak, and it is tariff day, and so I'm nervous about it. Amazon at 190s. Palantir at 85s. Google at 158s. Here's that 19.5 level. So we're over that level, chat. We are over that level. NVIDIA held support at that 200 exponential. Tesla got over the volume weighted average price. And honestly, it looks, momentum-wise, it looks strong. But I got to wait for a bigger dip if I'm going to buy it here, I think. Right, I'm just asking people what their sentiment is. It doesn't mean I'm basing trades off of it, you know. Yeah, honestly, we got 1,200 people here. You know what I mean? Like, the chat moves so quickly. Honestly, I never even heard him say it in the first place. So, like, just weird. It's a really weird thing for him to get emotional about. But, like, thus is life. When you got this many people here, you're bound to have, like, a couple, like, hyper emotional people. All right, so here's Google pulling back, Amazon pulling back, Palantir pulling back, Microsoft pulling back. Apple's doing okay. It's not pulling back as much. Meta has rebounded all the way back to 586s. Today, 586s. We're kind of consolidating sideways over the last 5 minutes. Hey, what's up, Stoned? How you doing? If you look at volume between every day last week, today it seems down massively, like 20% of normal volume. I think traders are probably a little nervous on all this stuff. I think traders are just a little apprehensive today because of the tariff news looming. They don't want to take a position now and then have the tariff news at 4 p.m. like dump it down and bump it down. And so I think that makes sense why traders might be a little bit more nervous to take big positions or enter positions today based off of that news coming. Yeah, for sure, Corey. I appreciate it, bro. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I have no idea what the market's going to do. I'm going to be honest. You know. There's a bounce back up, though. Look at this. We're at 19,520s. Now, NVIDIA and Tesla both look pretty strong. Yeah, I'm sitting on my hands right now. I'm really am. Like I'm green on the day in the one account that I've traded. And I just don't really trust directionals right now in the market. I just don't trust it, in all honesty. Like, if I take trades right now, I'm scalping this. I'm going to short term very quickly. See if I can catch, like, this falling knife here, but it's very quick. See if we flush down some. I wanted to see this 350 level hold, but we'll add. The momentum's too strong here, guys. I'm going to cut half of this. We're actually green on this last little piece here. See if we can catch it. I'm catching a fallen knife shorting the opposite of a trend here, too, especially with how strong like Nvidia's trend is here. I just want to see if a liquidity grab comes in. I deserve to be punished on this one if I lose. Alright, we're going to limit our losses here and take some of this off. And then see if we can catch some more. See, there's the pullback here. A little bit early in my short, but that's all right. There we go. Gonna add to this here. Too big of a retracement back up. So we gave it a chance, I think. We bounced right at my support level. I think, I want to see if we get a cheap risk-reward trade here. Let's see if we can. There we go. That's better. I'm going to just cut it here. Honestly, we're going to get out flat on the rest. We're still green on this account. And I'm going to switch accounts. I don't want to lose too much per account, if that makes sense. So we're down a little bit. I think the short would have worked if I would have stayed into it. It just kind of went up a little bit too much for me. Hold on, let me. Yeah, no, I don't want to hold it very long here. Again, the risk is too much. Even if I lose, right? Like, I got to be risk averse today. I really do. Like, I just don't want to risk, like, getting stuck in, like, a big losing trade that I end up regretting. Yeah, I'm sitting tight waiting. We're sitting really close to this high up here. I just want to see if we get a turn down some. Yeah, I think some shorts are getting squeezed out of this, and that's not really what I want to get stuck in. Let's see if it pops over this high and then we come back down. Yeah, so we actually got ourselves green on this account too that we were just trading. We're up about $80. Sometimes the peanut gallery is a little bit too loud in the comments, so we just kind of trade off stream. You can kind of see my list of trades here. Pretty good. 75, 25, 20, 12, 13, 13, 3, 28, 22s, 46, 39s. So we did catch the short that we wanted on this account, but the rest of the market's kind of consolidating back and forth here. No, this is a funded account right here. You can see 50K Express. This is a funded account right here that I'm trading. Usually after the bell, I typically trade my actual funded accounts. All right, so market's still pushing up here, guys. And the momentum's definitely on the upside. But a couple things are rejecting to the previous closing price. So a lot of things are trying to go green on the day. They're running into like there's a level on charts called the previous closing price. You can see it on like Google stock right here. Google running right into that previous close. Tesla, where's that level on Tesla? Yeah, it's right above us. So we still got a little room. A lot of consolidation happened. Like Meta pushed up at the opening bell. Apple did, Google did, Amazon did, Palantir did, Microsoft did. But most of them have done the same thing, which have pushed up, and then now they're consolidating around the highs of the day, which is what the NASDAQ's doing here. And again, this up a little bit larger. Tesla's still pumping up to Elvis 265s. Yeah, where's Bitcoin? Is Bitcoin moving up? Bitcoin at 86.6. Trying to move up. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Do we get a rug later on? Chat. I don't know. Again, if you haven't already, check out TopStep. We are day trading on a funded account on TopStep. This is a 50K funded account. In order to earn this funded account with TopStep, it's $49 a month for the subscription of TopStep. They give you a 50K demo account with real-time data. If you can make 3K in profit without losing 2K first, following their rules, they fund you 50K, 90% split. You get to keep your first 10K in profit prior to the 90% split kicking in. Very similar to funding your own account in terms of split reward. Much smaller risk than funding your own account 10K and risking that and losing a large chunk of that. Most day traders lose. It's just a good way to limit your risk. If you're good enough as a trader, you can pass it, withdraw, and fund your own account with the profits. If you're not good enough, you'll probably lose less than you would putting up your own money in thousands of dollars, especially in your own account. No PDT. TopStep has paid out almost $200 million in the futures market, very similar to day trading stocks. I'm basically day trading the QQQ price action, which is called the NASDAQ NQ futures contract. If you want to check it out, here's the link. Great way to help support the account. Great way to help support the channel. So we're dipping down now. We're at 537s. Yeah, I mean, I see somebody trying to critique prop firms, but like, okay, let's be honest here for a second. If you were going to pay for a real-time data account, demo account in futures, if you were going to pay for a real-time demo account in futures, yeah, it would probably cost around $49, right? TopStep basically gives you that. And if you take the challenge and you fail, that's what you get. You get a practice account with real-time data that you can trade and learn and use afterwards. But there's a lot more to it. It's kind of like a souped-up demo account. If you pass it, you get 50K funded account, 90% split. And what it does is it's a trainer for trading. It teaches you how to trade. Teaches you how to trade under pressure. And it's just a good way to learn. Most day traders lose, right? I think, what's a better option for new traders then? You think a better option is to fund their own account 20, 30 grand trying to get around the PDT rule in stocks and try to day trade that? I don't think so. I think most new traders have no risk management skills. And if you force them to do that, they're going to lose boatloads of money, unfortunately. And so this is the best option for new traders to learn. And anybody arguing against that, they're usually just mad they're losing and they're mad they lose and they can't really blame somebody And so they just kind of lash out at whoever's around them. But most day traders are going to lose. Doesn't matter whether they day trade stocks, futures, Forex, crypto. Most day traders are going to lose. That's just an objectively true statistic. And so you got to have reasonable expectations for this stuff. Yeah. Yeah, the PDT rule only applies to margin accounts, but try to day trade a cash account. You're going to be severely restricted by it. Severely restricted. Like, you have to wait for your funds to settle every day. You can't go short. You can only go long. Like, it's much more restrictive. Like, in order to trade freely, you either got to have 25 grand in a margin account or more, or you got to do another option, find another way. It's not 3 days anymore. The T2, it used to be T3, which means transaction plus 3 days is how long you got to wait for your funds to settle after each trade. So if you buy 1,000 shares of a $1 stock, you used to have to wait 3 days to get that funds credited back in your account for you to trade again. So basically, if you take one trade with $1,000 of 1,000 shares of a $1 stock and you only got $1,000, you got to wait 3 days to get that $1,000 back to retrade with it. I think now it's the T1 or T2. You still got to wait a couple days to get funds settled back into your account, though, unfortunately. And so it's just severely restrictive. Yeah, options are same day or next day, but that's still pretty restrictive. All right, guys, so we are moving, still sitting here waiting for something to happen. We've topped out. We're kind of dipping down a little bit now. We'll see if we hold. Yes, next day is still severely restrictive. Like, an example of this is like, okay, say you're trying to buy Apple, okay, and you're trying to day trade, because this is what we're talking about, day trading, right? Let's say you buy Apple here, and Apple is $222 a share. Let's say you buy, what, 200 shares of Apple to day trade? That's $44,000, you know? Unless you got a $44,000 account, you're not going to be able to do that. So, like, let's say you got a $5,000 account. How many shares of Apple are you going to be able to buy with that? You're going to be able to buy 22 shares of Apple. Again, severely restrictive. And then if you buy 22 shares of Apple on one day, all your buying power, if you got a $5,000 account, is gone, right? Like, you're going to have to wait until tomorrow to get that $5,000 back to day trade with it again. It's just so restrictive. It's so restrictive. And the PDT rule, honestly, is not helpful for traders. Like, in order for day traders, like, it just restricts traders. It allows banks to sit on your money longer is what it really does. Let's just be real. That's why the rule's there, in all honesty. But all right, guys, market's sideways right now, leading into this sideways. I tend to think we might be sideways too. Like, so I'm going to go with kind of a short here. I'm going to wait. This is a strong candle here. I kind of want a short here because I think it's possible that the market moves sideways today. So up, down, leading into the report at 4 p.m. today. And so I could take a little short here. And looks like I'm immediately wrong on this. We're still green on the day no matter what. We're up about 100 on the day, so we got some room to play with. This is a little bit of a move here. Yeah, I'm going to cut that. Just definitely top 3 most quickest wrong trade in the world right now. We're still green on this account. You can see we're still green here. I'm going to switch accounts, though. Not worth. We haven't traded on this one today at all. Look at this green push. Wow. I should have been buying today. I don't know why I'm shorting so much. Markets are still surging. Look at this push. Yeah, look at the market, guys. Market is running. So volatile right now. Let's see if it holds. What a push. Still wants to push up. Pop again here. Strong candlestick. Let's see if we turn down now. But man. Yeah, so yeah, where's Newsmax? NMAX at 152s. Yeah, so just to give you guys an update on our funded account, we're up about $110 on the day. We're still green on every funded account we have. Where's mine? There we are. Is there an echo? I don't think there is an echo. If there's an echo, it's on your end. Newsmax is down today. It would have hit 287s. Apple breaking highs. I think this might drag the market back up some too. Let's see. Yeah, so look at Apple. Apple just went green on the day. So Apple technically green on tariff day. Technically green now. All right, look at this dip. Tesla is green since the opening bell, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, look at Tesla. Tesla going green is right here. So just under 270 at 268.50 is Tesla's previous closing price. So if Tesla gets over 258 or 265, or I'm sorry, 268.46 is technically the level for Tesla. Technically the level. And again, guys, check me out on x.com. Honestly, we've been growing a lot. Our views have been increasing massively. It's just been really good for us. And again, we've got almost 900. We got over 900 people here. So I'm gonna expect you guys to give me a follow at Beginner Trades on x.com, at Beginner Trades. Great way to help support your boy here in this channel. We cover all the market news in the morning. So if you want a place that you could like follow it, get market updates, that's the place. Check it out now. Do it now. Try it one time. Everybody's doing it. It might feel good. Just try it one time. It might feel good. Follow Beginner Trading on x.com at Beginner Trades. At Beginner Trades. Market's testing highs up here. What a day. What a lovely day. All right, so we're getting a pullback here. Tesla not quite green on the day yet. I still think we might chop sideways in a big range because of the volatility today. Where's the VIX at? I'm sure the VIX is declining. Yeah, the VIX is down to 2220s. Everybody say hey to my wife, Carol. My wife, Carol, is watching me right now. Yeah, don't comment, though, Carol. But everybody say hey, Carol. She's watching you guys right now. Making sure you guys are being nice to me over here. All right, guys. So we are rejecting down. Everybody say hey to Carol. If you're a member, you can use the Carol emojis in chat right now. If you're a member, you can use the Carol emojis. All right, guys. Look at the NASDAQ turn down a little bit here. Do I buy this dip? The moves are so big today. Like the range of movement is so big. We're up over $100, but it's still kind of sketchy price action. It's not Carol Baskin with an E. It's just Carol. You know. Free Joe Exotic. All right, guys. Look at us dip down. Why is John the top 3 most smug trader of all time? Listen, my last name's London, bro. I got to have that British smugness, pompousness. You know, I mean, if I'm not doing that in life, what am I doing? You know? All right, guys. We're still breaking down. I'm going to buy this little dip here. And then maybe add down. But, man, there's a tumble down. I'm going to keep it at 3 here. And then we're going to cut it. Cut it. Yes. There we go. Somehow we made money there. Yeah, I was trying to buy this 5 level, but we just kind of fell quick. Sardine oil. It broke, making money. I mean, I'm not making that much money. Yeah, no, everybody calls me John London. They've always called me that. Even, like, people I know, like, friends I knew call me John London. They would never just say John. It would always be John London. I don't know why. I appreciate the follows on X. Appreciate it, guys. All right, look at this breakdown. Honestly, man, the short thesis would have worked, but it would have taken a long time to get right, I think. I think you are Louisiana French. Yeah, no, I signed into my I'm definitely Cajun in blood. I signed into my 23andMe database to like look it up, and like I am honestly, what it says though, this is what it says. It used to say I was 60% English, and who knows if it's even accurate or not. I used to say I was 60% English, which I figured is probably true. My last name's London, not a shocker, you know. But I signed into it recently, and it changed it. It said I'm about 4.5% African, 4.5% African with like 1% Nigerian, like 3% Sub-Saharan African. It said I was mostly, I was like 60% French and German is what it said I was. 60% French or German, 30% English, you know, like a couple percentages native, and like 4 point something percent African, you know. And which is ironic, because then when I look up all the related last names to my name, right, like all these different last names that I have related to me, it's like every Cajun name you could think of. It's like Thibodeau, Boudreaux, Fontenot, Guillory, you know, like I've got all these Cajun last names. So basically, like, my family's really Cajun is what it is. Yeah. John, you have the pass. Not enough to which. Yeah, no, I'm good. That could cause problems. I'm good. I'm gonna avoid that. All right, guys. So we're bouncing up. Rejecting still at this 550 level. It's at Beginner Trades. It's just at Beginner Trades is the name. Yeah. All right, guys. Hey, market's still coming back down a little bit. Will it retrace this whole move is the question. Will it retrace this whole move? Apple at 223s. Yeah, I'm from Louisiana. That's why. You know. I know some people in Canada, though. Yeah, I'm just sitting tight. I don't really trust any of this price action, so I'm just kind of rambling about stuff, talking to you guys in the chat. Dude, I'm probably the top 3 least legendary trader in the world right now. If I had to state one, you know. I've watched a couple episodes, Bill. Yes, Dean. Most likely, at least. I'm pretty sure I will. The irony here, though, is that I can't eat spicy foods, dude. Like, I love crawfish, but if I eat crawfish, I'm sweating by the end of it. My daughter, you know, blonde hair, blue-eyed, she can handle whatever spices. Like, she eats super spicy ramen that I can't even take a bite of. But, like, if I try to eat spicy foods, I'm struggling. I'm sweating. My face turns red. You know. All right, guys. Again, we're just kind of sideways. Big range, but sideways. Yeah, again, I don't trust anything right now. I'm green in every account that I have, but I'm not really interested in trading. Bitcoin pulling back. Where's gold at today? Gold at 3162s. 3162s. Yeah, I live there. I lived in Baton Rouge, which is where I'm from. And I have family that lives in New Orleans that had to travel to stay with me during Katrina, and as well as Gustav, and all the other big hurricanes. But yeah. All right, guys. Yeah, we're up to 550s here. 550s. right, we got Apple at 223s, Google at 158s. We got Microsoft at 380s. All right, guys. I think I'm just going to shut it down right now. I think I'm just going to shut it down. I will be back. I will be back later on today for the press conference. We'll probably stream some of Power Hour for all that stuff. So be back. We'll be back later on today, guys. Y'all be safe. I love you all. Y'all be safe. Check out Top Step. If you want to day trade with me, check out Top Step. We are green in every account that we have there today. Just to show you guys a list here. Here's account 1. We're up about $110. Account 2, we're up like something very small. But green nonetheless, I'll take it. Leading into Power Hour today, which I think we might actually have more volatility in Power Hour. I also think we might be choppy today. But again, if you want to day trade with me on Top Step, I'll put the link up one more time. They are an affiliate of mine. I'm biased. I get paid by them. Top 3 most biased trader ever here. But if you haven't already, check them out. Great way to help support your boy here in this channel. They give you a 50K demo. It's $49 a month for the base one. If you can make 3K without losing 2K following their rules and conditions, they fund you 50K, 90% split. They've paid out almost $200 million. And since 2020, they fund thousands of traders. It's just a great way to learn how to day trade without losing too much money. $50 an account is pretty cheap, and if you lose, you get a practice account with real-time data that you can learn and grow on and practice with. So it helps new traders a lot, in my opinion. Saves them money from losing 5, 10, 15, 20 grand like a lot of them end up doing. And it'll tell you where you're at as a trader, which I think is a powerful thing. So if you're worried about risking too much real money, you can try this. If you're not doing good here, you know it's probably not time to risk too much real money. Good way to test yourself. If you want to check it out, here's the link. I love you all. Y'all be safe. Have a great day, guys. Be safe. We'll be back in a couple hours. Again, it is Tariff Day. Yeah, remember, it is Tariff Day. Y'all be safe. And yeah, we'll see you guys in a couple hours. Be good.